The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Two jet. Switch. Lion. Black, come on.
On first down, Wentz. And his first pass is incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Ajayi, a first down and more. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Jay Ajayi with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And personally, what a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here on the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground, usually, 10, 12-yard runs? This one was way more than that. They've got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He finds an opening past the 40. There he goes left side. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time. And they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Wentz, good one, able to haul it in. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Hey, 5-2, on here. Great 57.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Josh Morrow on the stop.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
81.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, this by 7. Wrap.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So he needed a little assist from his friend, the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring it back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right.
New York set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go now.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Lauletta. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
A first down carry for Barkley. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
On third down, Barkley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for second and goal.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. They'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's the fullback, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are in for 6. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. Back to throw, Lauletta. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play there from Ajayi, and even 60 yards for him on the ground. Throwing now is Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
He's going to get it running right, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Now Wentz, trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5, and he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. And that's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The toss out to Barkley. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And all the way to the opposite 45. A terrific run by the rookie Barkley. 44 yards. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. 3-19. Here's a give to Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A handoff to Barkley. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Lauletta looking to throw on second down. Buying time to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's 3rd and short.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Lauletta now to throw it. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. From the red zone now, Lauletta. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now Saquon Barkley. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Lauletta. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Here's Lauletta now on 2nd. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So after the INT, here's Wentz. A dump off to Sproles. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A final shot before half for Wentz. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now it's Barkley. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 40. 20, 10, touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Charles, they had 6 DBs out there. They were thinking pass. They surprised him with a long run.
I wonder if they saw that and just checked to it. Maybe had an audible and said, you know something, against 6 defensive backs, let's run the football. Let's get our big guys downfield and match up with the littler guys and see if we can create some space. And not only did they create space, they created a path all the way to the end zone.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Wentz now to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 46 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
52, great.
Now it's Ajayi. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Come on now, let's go. Rip.
They'll try and run it now with Sproles. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Solid.
They come out here in the eye.
46 down, man.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, I believe that they were in 4-down territory, and that's what they were thinking. But after the loss, I've got to kick the field goal. No way I'm going to go for it in this situation. But you know, some of these coaches, they're extremely unpredictable, and they may go ahead and press it.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
82.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And that is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Giants are going to get the football back. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now it's Lauletta. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Giants on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit from the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. He got 29 yards that time.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket, completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic.
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Shamarko Thomas. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Lauletta, he'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Timmy Jernigan with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. It's Lauletta off play action. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 30 yards there.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Barkley. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll go to Barkley again. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
His throw caught at about the 5. A good pickup there, a 22. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments. Well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Kyle Lauletta with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Now, they went draw play there on 3rd down around the goal line. Something you normally like to see, Charles?
Oftentimes, people are prepared for a pass in this situation, so the draw is a good call, but it's better when you usually have a lead blocker. If you don't have a fullback, you can use your H-back to pull in front. Sometimes you pull a guard to get out in front. Maybe it's your tight end, but they find a way to create a little bit of extra space. A bit of a surprise down near the goal line, but it was effective in this situation.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? He's going to look deep down the field, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. Big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually right.
It happens more often than now. He'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st down, it's Lawletta. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Lawletta on 1st down. Open space inside the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Aldrick Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. Just didn't work.
Not at all, and the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person, no one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close and close quickly.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
Black. Here we go, here we go. Waiting. Great.
On play action, it's Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead.
Black. Here we go, back. Waiting.
Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They run for it with a giant. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Instead of a run, Lauletta wants to throw it. Open man right side is Ingram. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 2nd down, here's Lauletta. Incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
The Giants on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, here's Lauletta. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, there's two sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense, though, they came through.
Preparation's the key to everything, and when you're on the defensive side of the ball and in special teams meetings, you prepare for plays like this, and in this case, they were actually able to win it.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Right back to him on 1st down. That's a nice move by Ajayi. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the next.